Just been watching another video on TikTok, and I think it's also on Instagram, of a man sitting in a Barclays bank branch. I think it's in Harlow in Essex, and waiting for the police to come because the bank have called the police on him and his mother. What's a joke? What was their grave crime? Why have the police been called? Well, the mother made the huge mistake of actually trying to withdraw her own money. So she went into the bank. She asked to withdraw an amount of money in cash. It's not revealed how much money it is in cash, but I would imagine it's a few £1,000 because otherwise she could just go to the cash machine. And they asked her what it was for, and she said, "Well, it's none of your business. It's my money. I just want the money." And they questioned her, and she wouldn't give them the answer. And she was there with her son. Now the son looks mid-30s maybe, so I'm guessing the mother is early 50s, maybe in the 60s. And one of their lines of questioning was, "Are you being pressured by your son to give him the money?" And again she said, "No, absolutely not. None of your business. It's my money." Since when did it become a thing that your money, that they don't dispute is your money, that you deposited in that bank for them to look after for you, that presumably you're probably paying some fees on anyway, is no longer your money? Because that's effectively what they're saying. You can't have your money unless you tell us what you're going to do with it. Is that the society we live in now? You can't have your money? Now, this is not happening in every branch. I know people that say, and have put on previous posts, "I know I didn't have any problem withdrawing money," but it is definitely becoming a bigger and bigger thing. They are asking questions. What do you want the money for? What are you going to do with it? And in some cases even, can you prove what you're doing with it? There was a guy, I think, on a previous video that went into a branch and wanted to withdraw about 3 or 4 grand, and they said to him, "Well, what are you going to do with it?" He said, "I'm buying a motorbike." And they actually had the gall to say to him, "Well, when you've got the deal agreed with the motorbike person who's selling it to you, come back to us with some sort of written proof and we'll give you the money." It's his fucking money. So what are the reasons behind this? Firstly, it's a control state. They want to control every single aspect of your lives. It's on the pretense of being about money laundering. But this was a mother, a grandmother in her early 50s. Does she really look like some grand drug dealer? Probably not. Thirdly, and they will never tell you the truth of this, they don't have the money. All the cash that's on deposit in all of these banks is no longer cash. It's been turned into funny money. And if everyone wanted to withdraw their money in cash at any given time, the country doesn't have the money. It doesn't exist. It's been zinged around from one account to another, turned into decimal points and zeros, and they just don't have the cash. So they're very panicky about people going in and withdrawing large amounts of cash because it sets a precedent. If everyone starts doing it, they can't cough up. They haven't got it. That's what they won't tell you. And so they're not allowing you to have it. But at the end of the day, morally, it's your money. They can't dispute that. And they won't let you have it. What I would do personally, if that happened to me, or if that ever happens to me, is I will then say, "Okay, bring me the manager," and I will say to them, "Close my account, give me the forms, let's close the account right now, close any loan deals down that I've got, close any mortgage accounts down that I've got, I'll go and get a mortgage elsewhere, and then I'm coming back in 2 days' time or 3 days' time, and I want to withdraw all of the money that I have in cash." And when they say to you, "What are you going to do with it?" you say, "Well, I've just been in the branch down the road of one of your rivals, and I'm going to walk it down to them and deposit it in cash at that branch." Because then they can't deny what you're doing with it. They know exactly what you're doing with it. Call their bluff. If they ever do this to you, close your account immediately. Don't even hesitate. The only way to beat these people is to hit them where it absolutely hurts, right in their pocket. And don't necessarily treat the cashier with contempt, because 9 times out of 10 it ain't their fault. Demand to speak to the branch manager and put it right on them. Right on them. And if the police get called, tell the police to piss off, because it's got nothing to do with them whatsoever.